Good evening. I'd like to stand for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thanks to the veterans and their families for their service. In our packets here, we have a corrected minutes from a council meeting on February the 18th, 2020. I believe it was a mistype on it.
Mayor, is the portion red, is that correct?
Yes, portion in red.
I make a motion we approve the corrected minutes from the council meeting of February 18th, 2020. I'll second.
All those in favor? The motion carries. Also, we have the minutes from the work session of July the 9th, 2020.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor? Motion carries. We also have in our packet, a GIFA deferral of the Georgia Environmental Finance Authority. This is for a loan that was taken out in 2015, and it's part of the COVID-19 issue in the state. Because they figure that the income is down for the municipalities, they're offering the loans at an interest only until I believe it's December 1st of this year, 2020, rather than principal and interest to help with the finances of the municipality.
Mayor,
Yes,
clarification, actually it's interest-free.
interest-free.
June 1, 2020 through November 30th, 2020, no interest will accrue on unpaid principal, and no payments will be required until December 31st, 2020. And then basically the 6 months will be added to the end of the loan. So the maturity simply gets extended 6 months out, but there's no interest, and payments are deferred during the deferral period.
Okay. And that is to help as far as offsetting loss of revenue.
That's right.
Okay.
Mr. Fulham, everything else looks good in the contract?
Everything else looks fine, quite good. Interest-free, no payments is a good. And this was not requested by any of the cities. The governor just mandated that all governmental entities, GIFA, as well as some of the regional commissions, to extend these to all cities, because during the COVID pandemic, obviously cities have been at a halt. There's been no rezonings, there's been no any applications, anything like that. So, and of course, sales tax is also being down. So, this was just a directive from the governor's office to offer this to all cities.
So there's no issues at this point. Can I have a motion to accept the GIFA deferral modification agreement?
Motion to approve.
Second,
I'll second.
all those in favor? The motion carries. At this time, I'd like an update from Councilman Dwight McCormick on tree committee.
All right, the tree committee met on June 23rd. We discussed the Tree City USA, the requirements, and passing an ordinance. Once we're qualified to be a tree city, the city will have to pass an ordinance. But that's a little bit further down the road. We still not qualified. I don't think we're not qualified to even apply for a tree city. Not yet. We still have about 6 months of having a formed committee in order to apply to be one. We discussed putting information about the tree committee in the water bill, reaching out to the citizens in the community that the tree committee is meeting, it's being active, and prioritizing goals for 2020. This year, getting a fall planting schedule and formalizing a vote and getting an official tree list for the city. That's the ones that the tree committee prefers. We prefer a certain size on one side, full size on one side of Broad Street, for instance, and we suggest and recommend smaller to medium-sized trees on the side with the power lines on it, so they don't interfere with the power company. So our official tree list is based on those requirements. And we worked on setting the agenda for the next meeting. I actually would reach out to Councilman Venable for any more details. You have anything to add?
That pretty well sums it up. Invite everyone that's interested, please come out. The next meeting is July 28th. I'll be here at City Hall at 6:30. And I would encourage everybody to get involved if they would like to. I would like to thank everybody that's been involved. I think the city is starting to look nicer. We've had a lot of people that have volunteered to clean up flower beds and plant trees, and there's a core group of people that have been doing that, so we would love to reach out and have other people that may be interested to come on out. And it's not just doing trees, it's also weeding flower beds, and sometimes we just had a group of people that have cut grass at the cemetery recently that it wasn't officially part of the tree committee, but we do have a lot of good volunteers here, and I personally like to say thank you to everybody that's been involved.
I'd like to add that we discussed the balance left in the budget for this year and the new balance, and what we want to do is move some of the plantings this year off of Broad Street. We put about 11 new trees out on Broad Street to replace the ones that have been diseased or cut down by the city in the previous administration. So we're going to be discussing the fall planting plans, and also talking about the budget for the following year. So other than that, I guess that's it for the tree committee.
Thank you.
Mayor, I apologize for the interruption. One clarification. On the previous item, the chief of deferral and modification agreement, there's actually a model resolution that's attached as Exhibit A. For the sake of the record, I think it would probably be wise for the city council to also make a motion to approve that resolution and authorize you to sign it. I think that we probably need approval for both of those two things to make it official.
On the last page,
It's Exhibit A, it says
Okay.
extract of minutes or resolution of governing body. We would just need a motion to approve that resolution and to authorize the mayor to sign.
Make a motion to approve the resolution and authorize the mayor to sign Exhibit A.
All those in favor? And the motion carried. Thank you, Counselor.
Apologies for missing that.
Okay, at this time, I'd like an update from Councilman Gary Venable on the Development Committee.
This will be fairly short. Our first development committee meeting was today at 5:30. It's open to the public. And we discussed short-term, long-term goals and our next meeting date. It's to be decided sometime in August, but our short-term goals will coincide with our zoning map and our future land use map. And there was discussion on reaching out to Georgia Power and also state representatives for strategic planning for economic development. And hopefully next month I'll have a little more information, but today was the actual first official meeting. We're also working with Barrow County Development for parcels, hopefully trying to get quality grade on parcels on 316 for business or industrial.
Thank you. At this time, I'd like an update from Councilperson Betty Lyle on Sunflower Festival status.
Well, the festival committee met on July the 13th, and everybody put their opinion out. We had several options that we looked at that maybe would work, but in the end, everybody finally said, look, we don't know what's going to happen, so we canceled due to COVID. So there will be no festival in September. Hopefully, starting the first of the year, we can start planning for the Spring Fest and get back on board, but right now, nobody knows what's going to come out, so we're refunding everybody's money that had applied. The checks have been written, I did that today, so the refunds will be going out tomorrow.
So the festival is closed, I mean, it's no longer this year.
Unless things look good around Christmas, we may do just a little something for the kids.
Okay.
Right now, we're not even talking about what if, because they keep talking about the numbers going up, and so a little closer to the end of the year, if it looks like we can do something, we'll have something just for the kids, and if not, we'll start over the first of the year and hope we have a better year.
Thank you. Anyone have any questions so far? At this time, Counselor, is there a need for executive session?
There is no need for executive session tonight, Mayor.
Thank you. So can I have a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second? Second. All those in favor? Keep it interesting. Thank you all very much.